Welcome, Transformer fans. My name is Composite Enerjoe, and today's review is on the Transformers Thrilling 30 Voyager class Rhinox. And here he is in his Beast mode, which is a very nice, realistic looking rhino, or rhinoceros is what it's called. And yeah, here it is. I don't know exactly what species of Rhinox this is, like what exact version this is, but it's just a grayish with like a hint of brown. Like very, very small hint of brown-skinned rhino. Very, very nice. Very nice. I like the molding. I like the details. I just like the overall look of it. It's a very, very excellent looking rhino mode. It is a shame that you can't see some of his robot parts in his beast mode, but sometimes you have to make sacrifices. And I feel that the figure itself looks so great that this for me is not a deal breaker. It looks good enough where I can just ignore it. So yeah. Beast mode. So, articulation, the mouth can open and close. So, standard there. The front legs can move forward a bit, have a swivel there, and that's it. The hind legs can move back that far and have a little ankle here. And that's about it. So, unfortunately, I guess the one downside to this beast mode is that he doesn't have that much articulation, but it is a rhino. What kind of posing can you really get him in besides really a charging mode? So yeah, that's pretty much it for his beast mode. Let's get on with transformation, which I will say for this figure, not really his robot mode, but getting him into his beast mode is a bit finicky. So yeah, just be aware of that. Transforming this guy back to his rhino mode is kind of annoying. So first things first, I believe, is that we extend out front legs a little bit, come down here, pop this up a little bit, fold out, pop up, fold out, hold on, there we go, and then we pull out his rhino guts to get out his weapons. So I'm going to put those off to the side. And now, what's the rest of this? I think this, you come back here and pull this rubbery flap up, like so. Then you pull this back. Like take this entire shell part, pull it back, and then before that you fold out the heel, and you come over here and you overlap. It's kind of weird to explain, but you like overlap it into his rhino leg, like so. It's like that. And this other side you do the same. So just pull out a bit, pull this off, and then fold out his robot foot. Yeah, that's his robot foot. Not, is it robot foot? I'll figure out in a second. Then you kind of have all of this overlapping, like so. Then we have his robot feet, and I believe you then rotate this forward, and there we have his legs. Pretty much done. Next up, we have the rest of them, which you open up his, well, you lower this piece out, open up his mouth. You can see his Rhinoxy head. Then you pull this whole assembly down, like so. Like so. Oh, and I think this piece you fold into itself like this. So you fold it in like so. So, this little waist piece you fold in like that. It doesn't click into place, but you fold it in, then you bring this assembly down along with his mouth. And then this head part, you just pull all the way back. So this, the tail, the rear end where the tail is, you fold there, and then this you fold back like so. And then seems like there's an extra part here, but I don't see it. Oh, like so. And then before fixing the arms, you bring in the chest pieces. You angle it a bit, and then just bring it in. And unfortunately, it doesn't really click into place. You just have to like mess with it a little, like so. Angle it a bit, bring it in, like so. This is how it is. Or is it like this? Yeah, I think it's like this. Hold on. Yeah, you get these panels back here. It's been a while since I've transformed them. Like so. Bring these in. Angle them slightly. And bring this down. Then extend out, down, extend out, down. Here we have, like, unfortunately, he's not. There we go. Oh, my apologies. Again, I apologize. This guy is a bit finicky to transform with. You fold this part in. I was folding in the wrong direction. You fold this in. Fold this in a bit, which helps with the center of gravity. It does make him a smidge shorter, but it not only closes up the gap there, but it keeps him a little more stable. So there we go. There we go. And then when you've done correctly, you can push the entire thing back. So it has a nice spot there. And now for his arms, well, you extend out. The rhino legs were like this. You extend out a little bit. Flip out. Fold the thing out. Fold out his robot hands. Fold out. Straighten out. And there we go. Done correctly. Everything should be lined up into place. Does this move? No, it does not. And there we have his robot mode. Kind of. Hold on. Again, he is a little finicky, but a little messing around. He is a little bit back heavy. There we go. And here we have Rhinox in his robot mode. And let me lift up a bit. He got a little bit taller. And what a robot mode. This looks really, really nice. It feels like, and it said it when I looked it up, that this overall design was based off of not only his original toy, not only as being his update for his original figure, but taking more cues from the show. And my goodness, this is very, very show accurate. Obviously not 100%, but I would say it's a good solid like 80 to 85% accurate. Very nice. Get a load of this head sculpt. I even like the detail they gave him the maximal symbols on his forehead. Nice little touch. Yeah, that's a very, very nice head sculpt. That's you can't confuse it with anybody else. That is Rhinox. Head is on a ball joint, so might as well go from there. Arms can go up that far. Rotate 360. Swivel there, bend at the elbow, and a little bit of wiggle in the hand. No waist, unfortunately, because that's how it's because of its transformation. Legs can go out that far, forward, back, bend at the knee, swivel at the thigh, little bit of an ankle, and a little bit of toe action. So not much. So that's it for his articulation. Next up, let's go to his accessories, which are these things. You separate this. You fold these out. Fold these out. We'll fold these back. Click them into place. And you have his iconic, what they call it? The Gatling guns of doom. And they have a little feature. If you push this down, causes them to spin. So if the names didn't give away, he would these were his chain guns in the show. They would spin and fire. And they were fairly powerful, if I remember correctly. And I read somewhere that, I guess, I didn't know this. I just, like, literally right before this video, I found out that you can store his chain guns by putting them here in these in the screw holes. So if you want, you can store them on his shoulders. But I don't really like that. That looks really weird. But he obviously can hold them in each hand. And here we have Rhinox with his chain guns of doom, which is very, very cool. So if you haven't figured it out by now, this figure I think is really very, very well done. Excellent figure, excellent representation of Rhinox. Very nice. My one complaint with it, honestly, is that the transformation is a bit finicky. It is kind of annoying to transform him like to and from beast mode. And that's about it. Like, I would have liked that they maybe streamlined it a little bit more. But yeah. Also, his waist is a little bit weird. Like his center of gravity is all over the place. So yeah. Other than that, I think it's an excellent figure, both in look and in features. Very, very excellent figure. So yeah. Let's move on to size comparisons. So yeah, my final thoughts were that I think the transformation is like its only downside. It's a bit too complicated, or more finicky than complicated. So here's a size comparison. Here is Ratchet and Cliff Jumper, like so. And as guest comparisons, here we have his fellow wave mate, Rat Trap of deluxe class size, and from the Kingdom line, here we have, here we have Voyager Optimus Primal. And seeing these two side by side in robot mode, I kind of see that this Rhinox, as good as it is, compared to this Primal, I think he's a little bit too small. Like, I distinctly remember Rhinox being much taller than Primal. Like, Primal was not the tallest. Well, here's the three Beast Wars characters. I think they look great together, even though size-wise, they're a little bit too close to being the same size. Especially when Rhinox, I distinctly remember being bigger. But yeah, so that was the Kingdom Primal compared to this one. And even though this one is a little bit small next to that Primal, it's still, I think, an excellent figure. Solid figure. If you like Rhinox, I highly recommend getting this one out. So yeah, so this has been my review of the Transformers Thrilling 30 Voyager class Rhinox. And that's it for the figure. So I do have some other things I gotta mention. Speaking of Kingdom Primal, in his review, I forgot to mention the collector card that came with him. For me, he came with the Arc. And something else about these cards, and I'm going to bring in the other two that I have. So as of right now, as of this video, I only have these three cards. I found out that these cards can actually have a secret or feature to them, where you can actually peel them down. You can peel them. See, you can peel them, revealing, I think how they described it was it reveals the fate of the character who's on them. So let's start with the Arc. So I guess spoilers here for any information for the Kingdom series. I'm gonna pull this down. Well, it's the Arc crashing. Okay, so nothing really surprising there. The Arc is supposed to crash. So straighten it back out. I honestly don't want to peel them off completely because I don't want to ruin them. I don't really much care for them, but I at least want to have them in good shape. So that's the Arc. It crashes, which is, well, we all kind of knew that was going to happen. Black Arachnia next. Pull it back, and oh, she gets a maximal symbol. And you see you're fighting with, in the background you can see Dinobot, Waspinator, and Scorponok. Interesting. And also she gets a maximal symbol, even though under her, well, as you can see there, she says he's a Predacon. Which, again, if you fans of the original series already know that thanks to her romance with Silverbolt, she does become a Maximal. And now comes Optimus, which I think is the most interesting one. Again, spoilers here. So we pull him back. And yeah. Optimus looks like he's dead. Looks like dead Optimus floating in space. With, I can't tell who's back there floating around. But there's other Transformers there. So yeah, it looks like Optimus might be dying in the Kingdom series. Again, as a recording of this video, this is all brand new information. Obviously the Kingdom show hasn't really come out yet, and these figures are still brand new. So yeah, those are the three cards. The Arc was the one I forgot to mention, and that's what they do, which I only just found out. So that's it for that, and that's it for this review, for this video. So again, before signing off, here's my special person's Instagram. Please check it out. Here's mine if you're curious. Hers is more important, so set that aside. This is Composite Enerjoe signing off. Peace out and be safe.